there's one anchor, and I can never remember her name because she's like, gosh, she should work for the CIA because she's so forgettable. I'm sorry. That's very mean of me to say. But she's just really kind of background noise with, I think, a little bit of a nasal voice. Anyway, she's like losing it. She's completely humiliating herself on live TV because she somehow thinks, oh, Drew just reminded me of her name. Do we even, it's Nicole Wallace. Okay, so she used to, yes, Nicole Wallace, he's telling me. I mean, she really is that forgettable, but you know, you get the computer in front of you, Drew. So this woman just humiliated herself on live TV because she thinks that she's such a big deal, you know, in her mind, that Donald Trump, I guarantee you, he doesn't know her name. I mean, if I can't even think of it, and Drew's looking it up and has the benefit of the soundbite right there in front of him, I'm telling you, Donald Trump has no clue who this lady is. She's just another blondie, I guess, or kind of washed out blonde on MSNBC. And she's like, oh my gosh, he's going to come after me. He's going to put me in jail. What am I going to do then? No, lady, he doesn't know who you are. If you lose your show, which you very well might, it's because you get Zippo personality. Nobody can remember your name and the ratings reflect it. Let's go to this.
Court in Russia exists, but none of us think that there's a rule of law there. When you look at this opinion,
it just doesn't know it. Yeah,
exactly.
Mark Elias, we should pull the curtain back on what's actually happening, shouldn't we? People are exploring options to live in other countries if they think they could be targeted for prosecution by Donald Trump, because targeting you or targeting me or targeting Andrew would be an official act based on today's decision.
Yeah, I mean, they could target for criminal prosecution. They could target for administrative investigation, the IRS, the SEC, the EPA.
I'm pretty sure the Obama administration did that, right? With the IRS, we went through that. And guess what? There were no repercussions. When the woman who was running the IRS decided that she wasn't going to testify before Congress and they were holding her in contempt, nothing happened. I mean, nothing. I mean, unlike Steve Bannon, right, who's going to jail, is in jail. We're going to get to that in a second. But they've already done that. You see, the Obama administration already targeted people, including journalists. Thank you very much. There were two journalists that I happen to know, James Rosen and Cheryl Atkinson, both of whom were targeted by the Obama administration. That's all come out. I mean, granted, Donald Trump sat there and told Jim Acosta straight to his face, you know, I don't like you and I don't like your network. But he never actually stuck his peeps on him and started reading his emails like they did to Cheryl and like they did to James Rosen there in the Obama administration days, or like, frankly, Biden just did to Matt Taibbi. Matt, who has something on Substack and is a great writer, former writer for the Rolling Stone magazine, and quite really independent, probably more left than anything else. But now he's increasingly right because he's just trying to protect, say, his First Amendment and his freedom of speech. He happened to get his hands on those Twitter documents. Remember when we found out that the State Department was really deep inside Twitter and it was all coming out in the congressional hearings? And what happened? The IRS showed up on Matt's doorstep the day he was supposed to testify. I mean, talk about intimidation tactics. And that's the good old Biden administration. The Biden administration, which also indicted the former president of the United States with 91 counts, 4 of which are criminal, and they're trying to put him in jail. And you're going to sit there and tell me you're worried? I don't think so. I mean, this media circus is really getting disgusting, truly disgusting.